One. Hello, good evening, and welcome to my Volta Algarve preview. I'm delighted to be joined by Tiesj Benoot of Lotto Soudal. Good evening. How are you?
The move.
How are you? You good?
I'm fine. Staying in the south of Europe, good weather, so everything goes good.
Obviously, you've had an okay start to the season. You've finished third in one of the Mallorca stages. You must have had a good winter.
Yeah, I've had a really solid winter. I was able to resolve the problems I had since my crash in Flanders. So it's nice to feel 100% healthy again and just focus on training and happy to start racing again with a good feeling for sure.
Yeah, and obviously you did the weekend races in Spain, and a certain Alejandro Valverde was very strong. What's it like to race against somebody of that standard?
Yeah, for sure it was his home race, so we knew he would be really motivated. But I was not expecting he was going from this far because after this hard climb was still top 60k to go, I think, and you went on the bottom there. So and you went really fast because we were only 10 guys left behind, all strong climbers, I think, with Spilak, Izagirre, Galopin, and me. We were all in good shape, I think, and he took 1 minute easily solo headwind climbing. So really impressive.
It's been a good start to the season for the team. Greipel's obviously won, and Tim Vellens has won. So the team morale must be good just now.
Yeah, the confidence is good. I think it's always nice when you can start with a victory. So the zero is gone. Also in Belgian press, they talk a lot about it. If you don't have a win before the opening weekend, it's always a bit of more pressure. But now we can work easily on the position. I think the team is in good shape, and we're looking forward to the next races and to the classics in particular.
Yeah, you head to Algarve, a race you've done before. Why Algarve over, say, Andalusia?
I think it's a bit less harder. I don't know, but I never did Andalusia. It's my third time in Algarve now, and I was always happy to do this. Always nice weather. The team for the classics is here together, so it's also nice to make a good team. The atmosphere is great in the team, and the weather is nice. So yeah, I have a few stages uphill where I can test myself, and in the other stage I help the sprinter André Greipel.
There's yourself, Galopin, Greipel, obviously a very strong team. What about your role? Do you have freedom to try on some of the uphill finishes?
For myself or what?
For yourself, yeah. Will you be going for stage glory?
Yeah, I always try. It's not so easy, but because there are two uphill finishes, it won't be easy to go for victory because for sure in the first stage already, the second stage, the first climbing stage, all the VC riders will have to be there. So then it's for me not easy to do something. But last year I was top 10, was a surprise for myself. So we see how it goes this year. And then on Sunday the final stage is also very hard. But for me the most important thing is stay healthy here, have good confidence, take good confidence for next week.
Yeah, obviously you've got Greipel here, one of the best sprinters in the world, and there's a number of other top sprinters. I think Cavendish is here, Groenewegen's coming, Degenkolb, Gaviria. The sprints are going to be very, very difficult. What will your role be in the sprints? Where will you be in the sprint train?
I think I come in front of Nicolas or something. I don't know. We will talk about it, but most of the time I do a long pull, and I drop them off with 2k, 1.5k to go. I think then it's the real specialists turn because we have some specialists in the team with Roelands, Busseren, Nicolas Maas now. So yeah, I know I have a good train behind me, so I don't want to fuck it up.
And obviously Greipel's is one, and I suppose it's going to be very important this week riding against the other top sprinters to come out on top and maybe take a psychological advantage going into the rest of the season. What do you think? You think he's good to win a stage?
Yeah, I'm sure he's good to win a stage. We were training last week together. He came to Flanders to do the recon of Tour of Flanders. So he is really motivated, and like he was riding in Mallorca, I think he will be able here to compete for the victory for sure. And the train is also good, I think. So it's the first big test against the strongest sprinters in the world. So I think he's also looking forward.
You've mentioned before you've done this race before. We have the same start to the stage, which is a sprint in Lagos. Now, if memory serves me right, it's a difficult finish. There's a roundabout with about a kilometre to go. There's a short uphill section as well. And then it goes downhill for the last 500 metres. So obviously Greipel will be in with a shout. And then you said stage 2 is the short climb Alto de Foy, which is it's about 6%.
Yeah.
What do you remember of that climb? Is it more suitable for a puncheur or a pure climber?
Actually, the climb before is the hardest one. This is a really steep one.
Yes.
There 2 years ago, Thomas attacked for the GC. There he took the GC actually. Last year also the first, I would say, breakup in the peloton was made there. And then afterwards was a headwind on the Alto de Foya. So last year was difficult. Wind is different. If it's side wind also, I think you can really make a difference there. But it's not really for puncher. It's really more for climbers, I think.
Yeah, the climb you mentioned beforehand is 4K at 8%. So obviously that really starts to soften legs.
Yeah, and it's really steep. Technical downhill.
Okay, and we should be back up just in a little minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we had some slight Wi-Fi issues there. All fixed now, thankfully. It's a good hotel. Lotto are staying in. So we were discussing stage 2. I suppose looking at the start list, we have riders like Roglic, Luis Leon Sanchez, Tony Galopin. Roglic was second here last season. Luis Leon Sanchez won. Is that the type of rider we're looking for? You know, somebody with a fast finish.
I think decent climbers with a fast finish can take the victory here. And also for GC, I think your time trial is maybe the most important to make the difference. With the flat TT of almost 20k, if you don't lose too much seconds uphill, you can win GC in the time trial. I think guys like Kwiatkowski, Roglic, Sanchez, as you mentioned. So.
How tough is the time trial? You said it's 18 kilometres. We've seen some big gaps before. How difficult?
For me, it's a really shit time trial. I don't like it. I don't like it straight, and then here it's really a start, a bit corners, and it's 8k straight, 8k back, same road. It's a nice place. It's the most southwest point of Europe, I think, Cyprus. But it's a shit time trial for me. It's really for the real time trials. We like to sit in the saddle for almost 20 minutes. So you really have to push out of your back. And this I don't like. But for us, it's like for Galopin, he did a good time trial in the Tiesj Benoot, so.
Tiesj, you're dropping out again. Check. Okay, we're good to go. Okay, after the Wi-Fi problems, we were discussing your love of the time trial in stage 3. And then stage 4 goes back to a nice long stage, over 200 kilometres, sprint finish. We've seen some classics riders in the past try and go in the breakaway to try and get some extra kilometres in the legs. But you'll probably be asked to do the sprint for Andre.
Yeah, and also for me, I think my shape is good. I don't need to do things like this in this time of the season now. I get my intensity in the climbing stages, so and also I have my work to do. It's true for Andre, so yeah, you need me there. I will be suffering in the start to fix a good breakaway. So and in the end to pull the sprint. So yeah, for me it's not an option to go in a breakaway in a flat stage.
And then final stage, Mulhall, the famous climb that's been used an awful lot here. It's about 2.6k at 9.2%. We've seen Contador win here. We've seen Richie Porte win here. Is it for a pure climber, this one?
Yeah, more a climber pincher one, but yeah, it's really steep, and also you go over it twice, I think. So you really need to be lightweight to win there.
And then if we're looking at riders to watch, we had a look at some stars earlier. Do you have your 1-star riders there? We'll try and get it finished, and then I'll let you get away. Right, we'll just go in a wee second. We'll talk about the stars. Right, so we're looking at overall favourites for the race, riders to watch for stages. So you've had a little look at some stars. Who do you have as your 1-star riders?
For the GC or for the stage wins?
Both.
It's really difficult to say because I don't know what's the form of the shapes of the other riders. But maybe we start with stage wins.
Yep.
I think 1 star is like for Degenkolb, Demar for the sprints. Then you still there, David?
Yep.
Okay. 2 stars, Buani, Groenewegen. And then 3, Greipel, Cavendish, and Gaviria.
Yes, when you say those names, I can't remember the last time a race like Algarve had so many outstanding sprinters. I mean, that's almost every single big sprinter in the world is here. So the sprint finishes are going to be really difficult. Degenkolb, I like the look of because Trek seem to have like an old HTC Columbia sprint train for him here. They've got Edward Towns, they've got De Koort, Boy Van Poppel, Gregory Rast. They've got such a long train. It will put him in a good position, particularly on stage 1 with the short uphill before the final sprint. But yeah, I think I would go along with you. Those riders, Demar's won 2 stages in Beceges already. Buhani wasn't at his best in Valenciana, but his form will come good, no doubt. I've also got Kwiatkowski in there. I think for a stage win, he potentially could do something in the time trial. The climbs should really suit him as well, but it's been a long time since we've seen him at his very best, since he won E3 and then had a poorish season after that. What about GC riders? Who do you have for your GC?
It's really difficult for me to put the favourites, but I took Sanchez, Galopin, Daniel Martin. I saw was also on the list. Thiago Machado, always motivated, also in his own country, can do a good TT if he's in shape. Spilak, Roglic, and Kwiatkowski.
Yeah, For my 3 stars, I've got Roglic and Sanchez. Sanchez was in a great position last season, but I think he crashed. He crashed in the TT. So it's a race he likes. Roglic, I spoke to his coach and they were really impressed with his winter training, and all of a sudden in Valenciana he had a nightmare in the team time trial. He was dropped after about 3 kilometres. And then he managed to finish, I think, top 5 on the Queen stage, so he seemed to recover. He won the Giro time trial, so I think Roglic goes in with Sanchez. Galopin, it'll be interesting to see what he can do. The time trial win in Beceges was impressive. It always, the final climb just sometimes seems a bit too hard for him. However, we don't have Contador or Port or somebody like that here this season, so I think the level of climbing might be a little bit easier. And I think Galopin definitely has a chance to finish on the podium for the GC.
Yeah. And then Tiesj Benoot also goes for a stage.
Well, if you don't back yourself.
No, for GC, my TTSC are always shit. I worked on it. I tried everything already. Changing position, preparation, training. But yeah, I always go full. So we see. Uphill I was feeling great till now. So I hope to do two good uphill stages. Yeah.
And then focusing in on Umloop.
What?
Looking towards Umloop in a couple of weeks' time, the season starts.
Yeah.
What are you thinking for that race?
Umloop, like last year, Sagan van Avermaet, Boden there, also maybe I think I heard. So yeah, it's my home road. I know every hole there. I know every climb, every descent. So no secrets for me there. And then I'm looking forward to Strade Bianchi also, and all the one-day races following till also World Race.
And still looking for that first pro win?
Yeah, for sure. I tried it. Also, it's not easy. Also, now the races are a bit lower of level I'm doing, but when Omloop starts, I'm only doing World races till the Brabantse Pijl, I think. So yeah, if I win one there, it will be a big one. That's maybe nice to say. If I win a race one day, it will be a big one. But don't expect me to win a lot of races, I would say. Yeah.
I remember, was it the Belgian Tour with Van Avermaet? He finished just in front of you.
Yeah, there was my biggest chance for a win that day. I think in 2015 on Tour of Belgium, indeed. The Russian guy flicked me there.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, there I also felt the strongest there, but yeah, in the end, I'm happy. I'm only 22 years old, and I have already a lot of experience, I think, and I can go my chance in the classics. What was my dream to start in? So I'm a happy guy, and I keep going for the victory. Yeah.
So where do you attack in Umloop?
Where?
Yeah.
I think you need to be in front from the time back, as most as front as possible. It's even best to lead, I think. And then you have to feel the race a little bit, who's still there, which teammates. And I hope to go to the finish with a small group, and then I see what I try in the final.
And you did Strada last season. What did you think of the iconic white roads?
It was really nice. I like Tuscany. It's a really iconic place. Also the finish on Piazza del Campo, a really nice historic place. And it's a really hard race. I think it's a bit underestimated. The climbs you do there are really steep. It's impressive to see that guys as Sagan and Cancellara were so strong there actually for me, because the climb by their attack was really not a short or not so steep climb, and I'm really looking forward. This year it's also Volta, so yeah, it's a nice race, but a combination of classic riding and climbing. It's one of the only races I think where guys like Nibali, Valverde compete against the cobbled classic riders. So it's a nice race.
And I remember you telling me that Amstel, you'll be pushing yourself all the way to Amstel. Is that a race you think would suit you, Amstel Gold?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure of this. I think. If I last year was shit after my cross in Flanders, but I think it's like a bit like Flanders, but then no cobbles. And if I see other races like Montreal, Quebec, now San Sebastian also in 15, I like a bit of climbing, not too much, but Amstel is for sure not too much. And with the cowback in the end, I like the small punch. And then I try to get over, and then we see.
And a Grand Tour this season?
Yes, normally I start in the Tour if everything goes well. So really looking forward to this also. New experience for me. We waited 2 years to start in the Grand Tour, and now I feel ready, and I'm really looking forward also to this race.
Nice to start at the Tour as well, not the Giro or the Vuelta. Straight in, hardest race.
Yeah, I wanted to start in the Giro maybe, but it's really short after the classics to start there. I think it's for my first Grand Tour. I really wanted to prepare very good, and if you start 3 weeks after the classics already with the Grand Tour, I think or you have to take rest and you're not in shape for the start, or you keep going after the classics, and I think you will be fucked in the end of the week, of the end of the 3 weeks. And now I get the opportunity of the team normally, so to do the tour, to prepare well for the tour, and it's really nice to get this confidence and to try to do it. Yeah.
And looking forward to the boost that riding a Grand Tour has in the legs usually for later in the season or for next season. Most riders talk of a improvement.
Yeah, it's. I hope there will be improvement. If I get a few extra percentages, maybe the ones I need to win a nice race this year.
So looking back at Algarve, who's going to win? Who is your pick?
Sanchez.
Good. I'll go Roglic then.
Okay, that's nice.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening.
I'm sorry for the Wi-Fi problems.
Hey.
I couldn't do anything about it. It's not my Wi-Fi.
These things happen. Thank you very much. Best of luck this week, and really good luck in Umloop in a couple of weekends.
Yeah, thank you.